Good afternoon, everyone. His Eminence, all the bishops in the house, all the protocols earlier observed, my fellow countrymen, Mashuja, who are all present here. It's my humble beginning just to stand before you, just to share a few words. First and foremost, I must say I'm privileged to stand here. It wasn't because that I'm better than all of you, but just because God permitted me to stand here. I am Dr. Lochodo Charles Malcolm. As I'm here, I am the walking man. The walking man in the sense that this country, the nation of Kenya, knows me as a man who walked for 367 kilometers, all the way from Turkana to Eldoret. I didn't just walk because I wanted to walk. It was a call for those people who were suffering, the children, the mothers, and the elderly, who were outside their suffering. And the Lord spoke to me that I need someone who will stand in the gap. And I asked God, who is that person? Definitely not me. Because at that moment, in the month of April this year, we were experiencing a lot of death from Turkana all the way to Kitale. People were dying every day. And many people lost their lives, including our own soldiers, the men in the uniform. We lost quite a number of them. If you remember, in the year 2012, we lost about 42 police officers in Sukta Valley. That was painful. And the same year, of course, coming to around 2023, 2022, we also lost many more soldiers, including the military vehicles that were being used. They were all burnt. The killings continued along the highway. And we were not safe at all. Leaving Turkana to Kitale or Kitale to Turkana was a nightmare. You'd never know whether you are going to reach that place. And we all knew, if you leave whichever destination, the chances of you getting to your destination are slim. You definitely have to die. In the month of April, together with a team of 12 young men, we embarked on a journey called A Walk of Faith is a Walk for Peace. This journey was as a result of hearing the voice that we need to make peace. We need to talk to our people along the highways and tell them that it's time for them to make peace. And if you cannot make peace, then your days are numbered. If your livelihood rests on stealing animals, then your time has come to an end. Choose something else and do something else. We embarked on this journey. We sought for permissions from the government, and we were told, yes, you can go, but remember, you're going to die. His Eminence, death never scared us. Death never scared me. It never came across my mind that I was going to die. I had to seek permission from my family, my wife and my children. And one of my daughters, a young girl by the name Malia, told me, Daddy, what are you intending to do? What is it that you do not have that you want to go and die? Yes, I was a little bit scared, yes. As a father, I was scared. But that didn't scare me to undertake this journey. We took off from Turkana. We spent 8 days and 2 nights walking on foot. No one was allowed to jump on the vehicle. We walked. Along the way, we managed to get into the kraals. We talked to the Pokot leaders. We talked to the Turkana leaders. I entered their kraals in the middle of the night. I remember in one of the kraals when I went with the young men I were with, I could not even stand up because of the fatigue. They were able to assist me, to support me to go down, and then assist me to stand up because I was very tired. But I told them one thing. I am here because I want you to make peace with your brothers and sisters. The Turkanas are not your enemies. Neither the Pokots are your enemies. And I asked them, if today I put you together in one room, would you identify a Pokot or a Turkana? And one of the elders told me, no, we can't. Because they look alike. They have intermarried. We have cousins in Pokot land, and we have cousins in Turkana land. And I told them, it's time now to make peace. And we reached a point whereby the drivers along the highway were warning us that we've just been shot. You can't go further than this because of the death that was just ahead of us. If the technology was well enough, I would have shown you all those clips because I had prepared, but unfortunately we cannot be able to display them. But this lady came to me and told me, you can't go. She stopped the vehicle and told me, you can't go further than this because you're going to die. We've just been shot and we've been escorted to this place. I looked at her. A voice told me, don't listen to her. Keep walking. I knew that was God. And I kept walking. I told her, thank you, ma'am. I respect your views, but I have to walk. This is a commitment that I have to make between me and God. I walked. And surely, when we were about to reach that place, because we used to call it the Valley of Death, no one will dare walk between Kainuk and Kakongo. For most of you who know the place very well, you can't. There's a place called Msalaba where a priest perished. If you go past that place, it must be God. And that is where I was heading. And that is where I had to pass. I was given all the messages. Number 1, you're testing God. Number 2, rest in peace. Number 3, you don't love your wife and your children. I told them, fair enough. If the God who permitted me walk on this way is the same God who took the Israelites out of captivity to the promised land, he will still lead me to that land. And I told them, if it is possible, live at peace with everyone. If today I die, the message is, live at peace with everyone. In the book of Romans chapter 12 verse 18, live at peace with everyone. The moment I went past that junction, the valley of death, now I started receiving different messages. Congratulations, indeed you have a God. Indeed your God is real. Even today, I'm here to tell you, God is real. Never listen to those dissenting voices because they will deter you to achieve that goal that God had placed in you. Keep walking. And if you keep on walking, God will reward you. I never anticipated that the world will reward me. I never anticipated that one day I'll be receiving an award. Never. But I knew that even if I don't receive any award, because human beings tend to forget very fast, God will always reward me. Today, we are peace along the highway. Today, since May to date, we've not experienced those deaths anymore. Today, I receive many calls. Oh, you need to come here. There's a problem. And I tell them that I am coming. And I don't go with an escort, Your Eminence. His Eminence. I don't. I have said I will never use a police escort. I will never use a military vehicle or a KDF vehicle. I will just walk. I went and visited a man, an elderly man called Lochodo. Unfortunately, there's a lady here. I saw her walking in here. There's a lady I walked with. I went with her to that place. Yeah, she's there. Praise God. The lady there joined me in Kainuk and asked me, where are you headed to? I told her, I am going to visit an elderly man called Lochodo. Lochodo is a very known Pokot reformed warrior. And in few words, I think he's being feared by everybody. But I never feared because I had the grace of God. I went there and I sat with him and we talked. We talked for more than 2 hours. And I left that place peacefully. He asked me one question, how did you come here? I told him, yes, the same way I walked on that highway and your young men failed to kill me, that's why I am here today, because you cannot kill me. He said, yes. My boys told me they saw a madman on the highway. A madman in the sense that he was walking with 2 vehicles, one vehicle behind him and one vehicle ahead. And these were the crew, the media crew were following me, just trying to record this incident so that the world, the unbelieving world, will believe that indeed I walked for 367 kilometers. It was a must, they had to do it. Because people were saying, how can you walk 367 kilometers? I told them, I cannot walk. I can't. But God permitted me to walk. So I walked up to Eldoret because of God. If you tell me to walk today, I will tell you no, because that will be mine. But because of God, I walked. And the same God, because the Pokot young man said, in the presence of my sister, she's from the Pokot, they said, we saw you. And we started to battle. We wanted to kill you. Some men said, let's shoot him. Some said, don't shoot him. They continued arguing among themselves until I disappeared from their sight. Isn't that God? Brothers and sisters, I'm here to tell you that peace is in our mind. Peace is in our heart. If we decide today that we will shun away from those habitual behaviors of just trying to go and look for animals and kill one another, and decide that what I have is enough for me, we'll live at peace with each other. I am here today to tell you this, that this recognition wouldn't have come at the right time as of now, whereby the world is seeking for peacemakers. And you are the peacemakers. Don't just go to your homes and keep those words in your shelves. Do something. As I finished, a young man from Pokot land was shot by a Turkana. And he was brought to Lochodo. That's the district, the county headquarters of Turkana County. The young man was admitted in the hospital. I got the information the following day that there is a problem in one of the village towns, that the young man has been killed. And if the young man will not be returned, there's going to be a serious repercussion. I tried to trace where the young man was. Finally, I found where the boy was. And there's no way he would have been released to the Pokot, because Pokots believe, and some of them are here, they believe that if you cross to Turkana land, you are dead. And Turkana Sema believe that if you are found on the other side, they will kill you. But I told them they will not kill you. They won't kill that young man because he's innocent. I believe he's innocent. Until you show me what he has done to warrant him being either prosecuted or being killed. Tell me why. To cut the long story short, the Pokots told me that we need our boy alive or dead. And I told them, since you have made this call, let us pray. Let us trust God that he will deliver your boy alive, not dead. I went to the authorities and I spoke to them. And I asked them, kindly give me this young man. He's innocent. They asked me, how do you know he's innocent? I told them, show me the gun that he used. They looked at me and they said, what are you saying? I told them, show me the gun. Where is the gun? Did he use any gun? No. He was just a young boy who was taking care of his animals and he was bringing them to take the water. And by bad luck, he was shot. And now that he's here, he's not a criminal. Fortunately enough, and the man I respect, the County Commissioner of Turkana, Mr. Ouma, he's a man who gives a second thought to everything he says. And I respect him because he said that you are the voice of reason that we have been looking for a very long time. And today we have one, and you are the one. He handed over the boy to me. I took the boy. I drove about another almost 100 kilometers with the boy in my car. I passed through the train of Turkanas, and along the way, some of the officials, without mentioning their names, they were like, how did you manage to bring this boy back? I told them, I don't have any powers to bring your boy back, but God has the power. If you believe in my God, your boys will be brought back. If you believe in my God, you will have peace. And today, few days ago, I saw them hugging each other. I saw the politicians hugging each other. And I said, this is God. There is no one who could do that. I saw my governor, His Excellency Jeremiah Lomurkai from Turkana, and the governor of West Pokot, my good friend, His Excellency Kachaping. I saw them hugging each other. And I said, it must have taken the hand of God for them to hug each other. And that is the lasting peace I want us when we leave this place. let's go and tell our brothers and sisters, the Marakwet, the Samburus, the Pokots, the Turkanas, that there's no reason for us to fight. We have all reasons to live at peace with each other. May God bless you all.
Wow. Thank you so much, Dr. Lochodo. And he has spoken to us like we are in church, we are inspired. Could we continue clapping for him until he takes his seat? Let's continue clapping for him. Yeah, thank you so much, Dr. Lochodo. And we tap into the grace of walking. Some of us, we only walk to our bedroom.